Hello, Garry families. Welcome to this week's episode of the Garry 5, where we bring our Garry home to your home. This week we wanted to touch again just to encourage you on grades and how our students are doing. And then we also wanted to talk again about cell phones, continue with our initiative, some of the things that we're seeing and some of the things that our study is saying to encourage us to do better and help our kids to manage their cell phone use and to be thinking about their big, beautiful future. So we're going to have Dr. Watson come in, share some things with us, and then we'll end it with a quote from this study. Dr. Watson.
Hi, everybody. I want to be sure to address that I am so confident in you as parents knowing and understanding that there's a national problem out there with kids using too much technology, whether it's gaming, social media, YouTubing, and being so tempted by technology and hard to focus in on reading, writing, and doing math. You know, I've been out of school for an awful long time, and it was 40 something years ago when I was actually in schools. And at that time, we didn't have all of the video games and we didn't have all of the technology that we have right now. I wonder what I would have been like at the same time being tempted on, do I really want to come home and write an essay? Or would I rather play a video game or be on a cell phone? I didn't even have cell phones. Not even when I was a teacher years ago at North Central High School. There were no cell phones at that time. So we have to join forces with you to help our kids across the nation, and especially here at Spokane Garry, make sure that they are understanding that technology is a fantastic tool, and there's also great temptations to misuse it. So if you've been watching our videos, that I continue to bring to you the statistics on how our kids are doing in terms of passing all of their classes. We just looked at that percentage today, and it's not even 50%. And so we're still working with our kids to say, you have to get knowledge in that big, beautiful brain. And that means you have to take away the temptation of gaming and other things that are taking your time on technology and pay attention to your math books, your science books, and so on. So this report that we brought to you was a sobering account of kids self-reporting how often they're using technology and not for doing research on some sort of school report. Now, this page that I'm looking at right here, straight out of this report that I'll put up close to the camera, that you can see in pink here, it's hard to read, but the pink area says kids are spending most of their time just on social media. Social media like Instagram and Snapchat. Those are things that kids are looking at, and because they're interesting, they're silly, they're fun, they're entertaining. This report would also say YouTube, just flat out watching videos of people doing who knows what. We all know what YouTube is. And then the red here will talk about gaming. Well, clearly these three are the highest percentage that kids are spending their time. And families, what is most alarming is these areas are not regulated. Oh, some might be, some not, but there's a lot of adult content of things to listen to and to watch that are very, very scary, and kids are going to be curious and be tempted to watch those things. And so I'm going to ask that we continue to try to partner together to ask our kids to have less technology and more learning in their lives. I'm going to turn this over to Devney with a closing remark from this study.
As a parent myself, sometimes it can be really overwhelming to know where to start. This study has some great advice for parents, and it says installing parental controls, filters, timers, and other Device restrictions is the main option that lots of parents have for monitoring their students' phone use. But these are blunt tools that require a lot of upkeep and parental involvement. Most importantly, none of them will tell you how your child is feeling. Have regular conversations to understand how they feel about their life online. So tomorrow, we are going to be having a video with our teenagers again, talking about this. So it's a great time to talk with them, see how they're feeling, what they're thinking, and moving together in a partnership with us, and then ultimately even with your child to make some of these changes for their big, beautiful futures. So thank you for joining us this week, and catch us next week again when we have the next episode of the Garry 5. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.